following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Good afternoon and welcome. This is Nutritional Pharmacist Melissa Golladay. I am a registered pharmacist with a passion for nutrition. Really happy to be here with all of you today, and I encourage you to call in if you want to speak directly to a pharmacist about your medications or nutrition. Please give us a call at 888-379-2552, or you can call our priority line at 831-685-1080. My background is extensive. I worked in the pharmacy field for over 15 years, and during that time, I noticed that a lot of people would start on one medication for a certain condition, maybe, example, high blood pressure, and they would be going along, and then at some point they would be diagnosed now with a cholesterol issue, and they would have to start a cholesterol medication. Then there'd come a tertiary medication, another medication. And what I saw happening to these people is they were getting sicker and sicker instead of healthier and healthier. And that's not why I joined the medical professional. As a profession, I wanted to help people learn about their bodies and empower them, learning about nutrition over various aspects that they could do, various different modalities they could utilize to live long, healthy lives. And regrettably, that's not what I was seeing. I was seeing people looking for the answer outside of themselves in a pill and not taking personal responsibility, empowering themselves, learning about their bodies. And my mission is to reach out to those of you that are listening that might be at a dead end or at the end of your rope and seeking alternative options. And I want you to know they're out there, and you can turn your health around. You can turn your health around on a dime with very few small steps. Number one being definitely nutriating. We need nutrients. We need to get them into our diet. Number two is our diet, what we're eating. So if we look at these two things and discuss them, I'm going to go over them right now. We look at number one, are we nutriating? Are we getting the nutrients we need in our diet? And longevity teaches us that we need 90 essential nutrients. FYI, this is taught outside of longevity. What's great about longevity is it's all contained in one package, but the reality is that these 90 essential nutrients are available no matter who, you need those no matter who you are, no matter where you live on this planet, no matter what kind of animal you are. You need these 90 essential nutrients. You need these 60 essential minerals, these 16 essential vitamins, these 12 essential amino acids, and these 2 to 3 essential fatty acids. You need these on a day-to-day basis to help you regenerate and repair your body. Number two, we want to look at our diet. What are we eating? And if we're ingesting foods that are harmful to us, we're overloading our body with toxins. Our body now has to clean the toxins. It can't really take the time to do repair and regeneration. So when we're eating things that are harmful to us, the number one mission of the body is to take care of that, because the digestion is a place in the body where a lot of assimilation takes place. It's the number one priority of the body. So the body's going to focus. If you eat a toxin, your body's going to be very focused on getting that toxin out of you or putting it potentially somewhere in your body where it won't harm you. For example, potentially in your fat cells. So if we're eating a clean diet, if we're nutriating, our bodies are able to repair and regenerate. And that's the goal. So a lot of us that might find ourselves very stiff, a lot of mobility decrease, maybe dealing with diabetes, these conditions can be remedied. Stiffness, soreness, etc., can be remedied by nutriating and by what we're eating. So I advocate definitely avoiding gluten and different, there's a lot of other foods that you need to look into. Please don't eat fast food. Please plan ahead for your day. Look at what you're going to be doing for the day and pack some food with you. I like to personally carry organic apples. I always have an apple in my bag when I leave the house. I also like to carry walnuts. That's how I travel. And that way, so if I am really hungry and I look up and there's only a Taco Bell as a choice, I'm able to make a different choice, a healthier choice. Now, we're all going to fall off that wagon. We're all going to have moments where we do eat things we know that aren't, the best. But nevertheless, just make a better choice next time. And one of the great things about longevity products, I hear this all the time, once we get started on the 90 essential nutrients, our bodies aren't craving foods anymore. We're not craving nutrients. So our cravings dramatically go down. And because of that, we're not going to be making these rash, impulsive decisions because technically we're in starvation mode. When we don't have these 90 essential nutrients in our bloodstream, we're actually starving to death. And we are hungry, which means we will eat anything. And I know some of you out there have had that experience where you're like, I do not want to eat this, but you find yourself eating something because you are literally starving to death. Get the 90 essential nutrients on board. I guarantee your life is going to change. I've seen it again multiple times in my own practice. It's been such an honor to help people on their healing journeys, watching them start nutriating. And literally within I had a patient within 3 days, her energy had come back. She had more clarity in her thinking. And I've been working with her, and she's been modifying her diet. And I've just watched this woman turn around. I mean, she was just inflamed. Her entire skin was red and puffy, and she was probably maybe 50 pounds overweight. And I've watched her body just, the red and the puffiness has disappeared, and she's naturally slimming down. And again, this is all interrelated. It's related because we're not eating things that are offensive to our system, so the water weight drops. They're also nutriating. The body can repair and rebuild. It's an amazing journey to be on. So again, I'd love to hear from you today. And we have two lines. First one is 888-379-2552. You can also reach us on our priority line, which is 831-685-1080. And my name is Melissa Golladay. I'm a nutritional pharmacist. And if you have any pharmacy-related questions or questions about what nutrients can do to turn your health around, again, I would love to hear from you. So looking forward to that. And whoever's going to be on the call today, I'm definitely looking forward to reaching out to you. Thank you.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, the host today, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach, is our nutritional pharmacist, Melissa Golladay. If you do have some questions, we do have open lines. Call us on the priority line at 831-685-1080. That's 831-685-1080. For those of you who call me and say I could never get through, today is your day, as we do have some open lines. We'll be right back.
Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Longevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Longevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Longevity distributor today. And we are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. And filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thanks so much, Doug.
I thought we might talk a little bit today about herbs, as I found a story on Natural News headlined 10 herbs that lower blood pressure or lower blood sugar naturally. They say regulating blood sugar levels can help curb cravings and lower risk of diabetes. And here's the list of these. First one is cinnamon. And they say cinnamon can regulate blood sugar levels. It has anti-hyperglycemic properties, which allow it to reduce blood sugar levels. Also promotes insulin sensitivity, therefore allowing cells to use glucose properly. And then, of course, there is bitter lemon. It's a herb that's native to southern China, can lower glucose levels because it improves digestion of carbohydrates. Chili powder, a study found that chili can increase insulin secretion by up to 24%. Rosemary, a study found that rosemary was effective as artificial drugs that fight diabetes. And ginseng, that keeps cells that produce insulin healthy, also limits the tricarboxy acid cycle and, as a result, promoting insulin release. Garlic, rich in compounds that expand blood vessels and also helps lower blood pressure. And parsley, study found that the herb can lower blood glucose levels and improve liver function. And turmeric, we had a study on this the other day. It also, a study recently found that turmeric in large doses, because of the curcumin in it, actually can reduce the risk of cancers, certain types of cancers. And they say for the blood sugar, the curcumin promotes the use of glucose by the cells. And one study showed that curcumin can lower the risk of diabetes for people with prediabetes. And here's one that I've never heard of before, neem leaf extract that can lower blood glucose and improve insulin sensitivities. Another one I never heard of was fenugreek. Fenugreek seeds or leaves can help regulate blood sugar levels and can also help boost your metabolism. I thought that was some pretty good stuff. Had you ever heard of some of these?
I have heard of some of those. And, what I love how it all ties into the big picture of eating a round diet, right? Eating some fenugreek and having garlic and cinnamon and rosemary. That's how the whole system's designed. It's big, and we're meant to be eating multiple things, exploring and eating new foods. I am a big fan of rosemary. I love it as an aromatherapy, and I also know it helps women recycle estrogenic hormones, so it helps expedite if you have a lot of PMS or things like that, ovarian pain, things like that, it can help. And, of course, cinnamon is just fun. You could put that in your morning coffees or teas. And that, like you said, it does a lot for the whole insulin system. And I've also heard people talk about using it for weight loss. Have you ever heard of that, Doc?
No, I have not. I've never heard of that. I just know that I like it in cinnamon buns.
There you go.
Which we probably shouldn't be eating because of the sugar content. But yeah, I always think it's neat when you can do some research and find that there's all of these herbs and spices, things like turmeric that probably everybody has in their kitchen that are so good at promoting good health on various levels. This is the second story I've had in the last couple of weeks that talks about the health benefits of turmeric, and it's a something that an herb that I had never really been familiar with growing up as a kid, growing up in the Midwest. But then when I moved to California a few years ago, I found that it was heavily used in a lot of Mexican type foods and things, and it really does add a lot. And something I also found out recently about turmeric is that it sometimes is used to make butter yellow, which I thought was crazy. I thought they just put dye or something in it.
Wow, I did not know that. I'm happy to hear it. At least they're using something natural and healthy. So there we go. So I guess the food industry does have we'll go with one redeeming quality. That's great.
Yeah. You don't get us started on the food industry. We've got a show that we do here locally that is all on that. And it's amazing some of the crazy stuff that goes on with our food and that goes into our food these days.
Right. So hence, don't trust them. Make your own food. Cook your own meals.
And you're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with our guest host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay, and she is filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today. And if you'd like to talk to Melissa today, give us a call on the priority line, 831-685-1080, toll free, 888-379-2552. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Longevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Longevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many ancient legacy oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. Keep Ancient Legacy's tea tree oil in your medicine chest for first aid. Tea tree oil is great for soothing the itching and stinging associated with insect bites, burns, scrapes, and other skin irritations. It's also effective as an antiseptic. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. And filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
Well, what do you think? You want to go to some calls?
That sounds great.
Okay, let's head out to Salt Lake City, Utah. And Chris, you're on with Melissa Golladay.
Hi, Chris. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm hanging in there. How about you?
Good. So I have a question. I've been contracted with General Warts, and I talked to somebody like you, and she said to use organic mushrooms and grapefruit extract will take care of it. Is that true?
Potentially, but I don't think you want to wait for that. Something like this, I would encourage you to seek medical attention. So there are creams they can give you which will expedite the growth. Or not expedite the growth, but it'll stop the growth, and it'll get rid of them sooner. Because they're so contagious, I wouldn't try to wait and work with mushrooms or grapefruit in this situation. Yet I'm pretty sure I know what she's talking about, and there is definitely truth to that. So at the same time, it's up to you. But with something like this, I think more of the public health issue, and I focus with these kind of things. I would encourage people to go seek medical attention, go to a local Planned Parenthood. That would be the best bet. Does that sound good, Chris?
Hey, Melissa, do you think that the colloidal silver would be any good in this case?
It probably would, but again, you guys, it's up to you guys. It's a public health issue, and you guys are going to have to figure that out. So it does help, but I wouldn't chance passing that on or something like that. So it's up to Chris what he wants to do.
Okay.
Yeah, you could experiment, and if those work, then you would know. You'll be able to tell.
Well, she said that the grapefruit extract is very potent, very strong.
Correct. Yes, it is. Are you going to be applying it topically, or are you intending to take it orally?
She said do both.
Okay. You could definitely experiment. Mm-hmm. Pardon?
But she said you got to eat healthy, though, or it won't work.
Yes, I would talk to her. That sounds like that's her specialty. So I don't have a lot of insight into that, Chris. I know that grapefruit extract is very powerful. I know mushrooms are very powerful. But I don't have the regimen.
Because Dr. Wallach gave my friend some stuff, and it worked. I guess I should talk to him about this.
You could definitely reach out to him, too. You can reach out to him through email, I think. Is that the best way to reach him, Doug? Actually,
the best way to talk to Dr. Wallach is here on the live radio show, and Doc will be back with us tomorrow if Chris would like to call back tomorrow and speak with Dr. Wallach on this subject.
All right, excellent.
And
thanks, Chris.
We're going to head on to another call here. Let's head to Chula Vista, California. And, Gary, we're coming up on break time, but we can get started out here. Gary, you're on with Nutritional Pharmacist Melissa Golladay.
Welcome. How's it going? Is it Harry or Gary?
It's Gary.
Hi, Gary. It's Melissa. Hi.
Great to hear from you on there. I've got a 80-year-old high school classmate of mine that decided to have some kidney failure things. So she's been in the hospital about a week, and finally I just got an email that 20 to 30% of her kidney function damaged, but there's also a term
Gary, let's hold that thought, and I'll talk to you on the other side of the break, okay?
And you're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. We do have some open lines today. If you're one of these people who calls and tells me you can never get through, today is your day. Call the priority line at 831-685-1080, toll free, 888-379-2552. Lines open.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. And Dr. Wallach is out today, but filling in for Dr. Wallach, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thanks a lot, guys. So we have Gary on the line. And Gary, you were mentioning that your person that you're dealing with is 80 years old, and she had a decrease in her kidney function. Is that correct?
That's correct. And the
Excellent.
other term, as I say, I'm getting scanty information, but something about an antibody LGA. I don't know if that's a cause or that's what they're going to do for it.
Okay, great. So she's dealing with kidney failure right now. Is that correct?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Is she started on any longevity product yet, Gary?
No, she hasn't. I've got the Ultimate Daily ready to send out to her, and
just the Ultimate Daily by itself?
Correct. That's the start of the thing. The reason being, she was hesitant 10, 15 years ago when I wanted to get her on product. So I thought, okay, now you're sick. Now let's get to the forefront and fix things up.
Right. Great. Well, definitely get that in the mail. That's get that in the mail ASAP and get her started on that. So the most important thing, we want to get her started on the 90 essential nutrients. And that's really going to help, start regenerating and clearing things out. So please do that. I know that Dr. Joe Wallach also likes to recommend the cardio sticks. And that's something else that I would add. But once you get that Ultimate Daily en route, go ahead and order her a Healthy Body Start Pack.
I'm with
you.
Yes.
Yep. And get that entire pack sent to her and add the cardio stick. And we want to just get her stabilized on that and get her off of the bad foods. Number one being gluten. We really want to get that out. We want to get out the bad oils, any sort of fried foods, a lot of sugary foods. Want to get those weeded out. So is that something you think she could, you'd be able to get her to do, or is she attached to that? I mean, I know when you get to be that age, you kind of don't really want to do that.
Well, I'm dealing with a daughter who was very enthusiastic, so I'm hoping she'd sell the mother on my whole concepts here. And,
okay, great.
So I think that's where we're at. Great advice. Some of the other, let's see, what was it? people. I think he recommended niacin. So with this, I just want to get something to her to get started and run it from there. Hopefully we got a turnaround and acceptance.
Yes, and the sooner we catch these things, like the kidney issues, Gary, the sooner we can help out. You know, we want to stop the damage as quick as possible. So you're definitely being a good friend by, you know, helping them out as soon as possible. So good job.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks.
Thanks
for taking the call.
You know, Gary, something else you might want to do is make sure that she gets off of processed meats that have nitrates and nitrites, because they do cause damage to blood vessels, which can often be part of the problem when people do have diminished kidney function. And is that something that you would stand by, Melissa?
Definitely, and you know, all of the foods on the 10 bad foods list, like you said, the nitrates and the nitrites. Yep. So good luck.
Okay.
Let us know, Gary.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go to another break here. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with our guest host today, Melissa Golladay. We do have some lines open. If you've ever had trouble getting into the show, give us a call on the priority line at 831-685-1080, toll free, 888-379-2552. Lines open. Listen to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it, too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
And we are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. And filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
And you want to head on to some new calls?
That's great. Who else is on
All
waiting
right.
for us?
Let's head to Goodyear, Arizona. And Gerald, you're on with Melissa Golladay.
Welcome, Gerald. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you? What can I do for you today? Are you suffering from any disease states?
Well, I have a perpetual cough that I can't seem to get rid of, and
okay.
I've never been a smoker, and we had an X-ray on my lungs and they were clear. I did a throat test which showed a little flap in my throat that would hang up a little pill there, and I don't know what's causing it. And I've been to the doctor a couple times, but I'm on 90 essentials every day, but I can't seem to get any relief from this thing. It's been about 4 weeks, about 4 months, yeah.
Okay, so it just started 4 weeks ago?
4 months ago.
4 months ago. Okay, got it. And so 4 months ago, one of the things, there's two things. One is, are you on any medications right now?
No.
Okay, great. Well, we always have allergies, and one is seasonally that's happening in Arizona. Do you traditionally get allergies in the state of Arizona?
No, I've never have.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes that can happen.
I'm getting older, so things change.
Yeah, things change as we get older. And what allergies are a sign of, besides, of course, pollen that is irritating, but it's definitely also an indication that our gastrointestinal health is weak, that our the layers of gut flora that we have been worn down. So have you thought about increasing, or have you attempted to increase your probiotic ingestion? And the ways you would do that would be through cultured foods like sauerkraut or kimchi, things like that. Have you tried anything like that yet?
No, just been doing the 90 essentials. I've been increasing the ETP tablets that I get. And
the EFA, the essential fatty acids?
Right.
Great. That's fine. You're on the right track there. And what I would think about adding is our Nightly Essence product. It's an amazing top-of-the-line probiotic supplementation, and that's going to help. It's called Nightly Essence, and I take it myself. I love it, and it's helping replenish and regenerate anything that might be going on in our digestive tract. So it has a lot of strains of different probiotics and probiotic cofactors. And what it does is when you take it, it colonizes the gastrointestinal lining and helps plug up, if you will. I'm using this, kind of as a visual, but it's plugging up any holes that you might have. So Gerald, since we've been talking, or since I've been talking as I'm listening too, it sounds like you have a pretty big cold or a cough going on, the cough that you mentioned. But do you have any congestion in your chest at all?
No, it doesn't seem to be in my chest.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if maybe my membranes or the sinuses were draining.
Are they? Well, that could be a sign of that for sure. And a lot of times we'll get a cough because the mucus will be going down our throat, and it'll be going into our windpipe, and that's a natural reflex. The body's natural reflex is, of course, to cough that out. So that's
the
normal.
cough is like just trying to clear my throat just so I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coughing like I was been a smoker for 60 years, but I haven't.
Right. Sometimes when the body's really hyperreactive, I like to recommend to my patients that they take Benadryl for a few nights. It's going to assist with sleep, and it's also going to drive that mucus. So do you have any Benadryl in the house, also known as diphenhydramine?
Yeah, I think so. I've been taking Tylenol. That seems to help, but I didn't want to take too much of that. So. Yeah,
are you taking Tylenol PM or just Tylenol?
Just Tylenol.
Okay, yeah, don't take this. Tylenol is not going to help with this at all. If you were taking Tylenol PM, there could be a logic behind that. But even then, you don't need to take the Tylenol. So if you're taking the Tylenol for the cough, please don't do that. Tylenol is only meant for pain, and it needs to be used very sparingly, but nevertheless, it can be used for that. So what I want you to do is take some Benadryl. You can get the generic, which is diphenhydramine. And the reason we're going to do this is because it's going to calm your system down for a few days, and it's going to kind of let it relax. And then ideally, as you start eating cultured foods and, investigating, like we said, potentially getting on the, some probiotics, you're going to be building up your system, and you're not going to be having as much reactivity. That's the goal. Also look at the air supply that's in your house. Maybe, think about that. Look at can you guys get an air filter? Maybe it is seasonal allergies or pollen or some sort of weed that's growing or plant. And if that's the case, that's going to alleviate in the next couple of weeks. So it's kind of a big picture. But I would look at when we're dealing with allergies, we want to beef up our digestive system. We want to focus on probiotics and also any sort of offending agent. Like if you do know you're allergic to something, try to stay away from it. But in this case, you're not saying that's the case. So, and a Benadryl to help calm the system down for a little while. And that's going to help dry up the mucus and stabilize the mast cells and stop everybody from continuing to react for a few days. That's the logic. And then ideally, after that, hopefully you're going to be able to go forward from here and feel a lot better. And so good luck with that. And if you have any questions, you can definitely email me at melissa@nutritionalpharmacist.com. But hopefully it'll clear up additional probiotics. Does that sound good, Gerald?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
All right, let's head to Virginia Beach, Virginia. And Valerie, you're on with nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay.
Hi, Valerie. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much for taking my call. I appreciate that.
You are welcome. What can I do for you today?
I am calling in behalf of my mom. She is 76 years old, taking quite a few of our longevity products. The last 2 weeks, her blood pressure has been dipping, and we're at a loss of what to do.
Okay. What is her blood pressure? What has it been?
I do not know the bottom number, but the top number is 103.
Okay, that's okay. Don't worry about that. I run in the 90s.
She's getting lots and lots of dizzy spells from that, and it's knocking her for a loop.
Yes, and that's normal based on what we're doing right now. So what's happening is her body is acclimating, and she's probably not going to need as much assistance from the pharmaceuticals. Is she taking pharmaceuticals?
No, she stopped. She was on high blood pressure medication, but then it leveled out being on the product. So Dr. Wallach always said, take your own blood pressure and adjust from there, which we have done. She has done, and now she's not on it at all, but it's very low for her to the point where it's making her very weak and very dizzy.
Okay, but that's not what necessarily is making her weak and very dizzy. I run in the 90s myself, so you know what I mean? My blood pressure is like 101 over 80. I have a really low blood pressure, if that's any help. So that doesn't necessarily mean... Yeah, so low blood pressure doesn't necessarily mean you're dizzy. So something else could be causing that. That's what we need to look at. So the number you just said, that's okay. So don't worry about that. That's actually a good sign, right? She has low blood pressure. That was the goal. So her vasculature ideally is repairing. Her system's able to relax. Now, can you tell me a little more? So is it when she's getting up and standing up, or how long has the dizziness been happening?
The dizziness has been happening for a few weeks. It is when she's looking at things that are moving, driving down the road, shadows on the walls, on the road from the trees and the sunshine, looking at her computer screen.
Got it. All right. Well, Valerie, could you hold through the break and we'll talk more about that?
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host today, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay, filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. According to the CDC, nearly half of all Americans take at least one prescription drug daily. For those over the age of 60, almost 40% are taking at least 5 medications every day, some of those drugs costing hundreds of dollars. Most people struggle to pay for these expensive drugs, but FDI Longevity has the answer with discount pharmacy cards. You can get a 10% and on some drugs up to an 85% discount, up to a 35% discount on hearing aids, and up to a 60% discount on lab tests, even ones for your pets. This card never expires, and best of all, the FDI Longevity card is free. That's right, I said free. Imagine the change in your life with extra change in your pocket. All because you're saving hundreds, if not thousands, on your medical costs with your FDI Longevity discount card. Contact your local FDI Longevity associate and find out how you could get your free pharmacy discount card.
And remember, it's free.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local longevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
And we are back on Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. And filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach today, we do have nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay. Welcome back to the show, Melissa.
Thanks a lot, Doug. Really happy to be here. I know we have Valerie on the line. Hello, Valerie. I was thinking about it's your grandma, is that right?
It's my mom.
Your mom. Excellent. So when you mentioned that it was when she was looking at moving objects, and when she is, what was the other thing, when she's trying to read things? Is that what you said?
She's trying to, scanning through her phone, looking at the computer screen, driving the shadows from the trees with the sunlight and the shadows. It was throwing her off and making her very dizzy.
Okay. So she could be dealing with a little bit of vertigo. That's what I'm thinking. So does that sound maybe possible? Based on what you've seen, maybe, because again, is she having any troubles when she's getting up or sitting down?
She is recovering from rheumatoid arthritis with the longevity products. She has come a long way. She still has ways to go, but that's the other thing that she suffers from.
Okay, excellent. So ideally, if we could ride it out for a little while, that would be best, and not to get very anxious about it. You know, to be like, oh my gosh, I'm getting dizzy, and to continue doing the same thing that's making you dizzy. Just kind of be like, oh, I'm getting dizzy. I need to stop what I'm doing. Does that make sense?
Oh, and that's exactly what she's been doing. She's waking up, taking her blood pressure. It's very low. She'll have a cup of regular caffeinated tea, hot tea, and she says that brings her blood pressure back up again to the point where she feels comfortable and she's no longer feeling dizzy-like.
Okay.
So I didn't know if there was anything else. I don't know if you want to know what she's already taking, if we should add something else to that or take something away.
I'm more concerned if she's continuing to take any sort of pharmaceuticals right now.
No, she's not.
Okay, good. So there's nothing on board there. I just want to make sure she's not overdosing there, which she's not. And so now she's on the, you can go ahead and tell us what she's on. What's her regimen with longevity?
All right, her regimen is Healthy Body, Heart, and Brain Pack. She takes 10 glucogels per day. She's on Killer Biotics, Ocean's Gold, Ultimate Enzymes, She started taking occutive because she has macular degeneration, and selenium.
Okay, that's great. It's definitely a very great regimen for her to help with her rheumatoid arthritis. And how is that going? Has she stopped eating the 10 bad foods and staying away from the 10 bad foods list?
She's doing very well. It's been quite an adjustment for all of us, but she is doing very well. She's still nibbling on some things that she's not supposed to be, but she's working on it.
Right, and it is hard. We all know that, and that's for all of us listening. It's definitely a huge transition, and you need a lot of support.
It is a huge transition, yes.
Mhm. Yes, and a lot of support and definitely patience, because all of us fall off that. It's very, pretty much impossible to 100% stick with it immediately. So it's good on her, and congratulations on that. And in regards to the high blood or the low blood pressure, I'm thinking about the fact that, she is taking her blood pressure in the morning, and this might just be an acclimating period. Her body is healing and regenerating pretty fast, and so if she could just be patient with it, I'd say give it another week, and ideally it's going to be decreasing. But one of the big things that happens is something like that happens and we get really stressed out, right? So she sees that her blood, first off, she needs to know that those numbers aren't bad, so please communicate that to her.
I will.
She doesn't need to be anxious. Yep. Are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes. So
Okay.
make sure you communicate to her that those numbers aren't, her anxiety could be contributing to it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do. It's the nauseousness, or the dizziness comes with nauseousness and then vomiting because she gets so dizzy, and then it wipes her out, and then she's back in bed.
Got it. Valerie, could you please send me an email to Melissa@Nutritional Pharmacist, and I definitely want to help you out and continue this conversation. I know we're going to be able to figure it out. So again, that's Melissa@Nutritional. Yeah?
Pharmacist, is that a .com?
Yes, ma'am. NutritionalPharmacist.com, and I'd love to help you out further.
Well, that's it for another show. Good job, Melissa. And you're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with nutritional pharmacist Melissa Golladay filling in for Dr. Joel Wallach. And that is the conclusion of another show. And God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless the Navy SEALs.